Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt like your legs just weren't the same anymore? Like they're somehow heavier than they used to be? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. Just last week, I heard from Margaret, a 67-year-old grandmother from Ohio, who wrote to me with tears in her eyes. She said, I used to chase my grandkids around the park without thinking twice. Now I can barely make it up the stairs without stopping halfway to catch my breath. Her words broke my heart because I know exactly what she's going through. And the most frustrating part, Margaret's been doing everything right, or at least she thought she was. She exercises regularly, takes her vitamins, and eats what she believes are healthy foods. But here's the shocking truth that nobody wants to tell you. Some of the foods you've been eating every single day, foods you've trusted for decades, foods that even your doctor might recommend, these very foods could be secretly sabotaging your leg strength. I know that sounds impossible. How could something as innocent as your morning breakfast or afternoon snack be undermining your ability to walk, climb stairs, or simply enjoy life on your feet? But stick with me for the next few minutes because what I'm about to share with you might just change everything you thought you knew about staying strong and active in your golden years. You see, the human body is like a finely tuned orchestra. Every instrument needs to play in harmony for the music to sound right. And when it comes to your leg strength, there's a delicate balance between what you eat and how your muscles respond. Disturb that balance even slightly, and the whole symphony starts to fall apart. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed that getting up from your favorite chair takes just a little more effort than it used to? Maybe you've started using the armrest to push yourself up when before you could spring to your feet without thinking. Or perhaps you've caught yourself avoiding certain activities like gardening or taking long walks, not because you don't enjoy them anymore, but because your legs just don't cooperate like they once did. These aren't just normal signs of aging. This is your body trying to tell you something important. And here's what most people don't realize. The solution isn't always about doing more exercise or taking more supplements. Sometimes it's about removing the hidden obstacles that are preventing your muscles from thriving. Think about it this way. Imagine trying to drive your car with the parking brakes still on. No matter how hard you press the gas pedal, you're not going to get very far. That's exactly what these four foods are doing to your leg muscles. They're acting like a parking brake, limiting your strength and mobility without you even knowing it. The first food on our list might shock you because it's something you've probably been told is good for you your entire life. It's sitting in kitchens across America right now, and millions of seniors consume it every single day, believing they're making a healthy choice. But recent research has revealed the dark side to this seemingly innocent food that nobody saw coming. Before I reveal what it is, let me paint you a picture. Picture Dorothy, a vibrant 72-year-old who's always prided herself on staying active. She starts every morning the same way she has for the past 30 years, with a bowl of this particular food. She chose it because her doctor told her it was heart healthy, and she wanted to take care of herself. But over the past few years, Dorothy noticed something strange. Despite maintaining her exercise routine, her legs felt weaker, walking up hills became harder, her balance seemed off. Dorothy blamed it on age, but the truth was far more surprising. That daily bowl of what she thought was a healthy breakfast was actually creating inflammation in her body. And here's the kicker. Inflammation is like kryptonite to muscle strength. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, gradual process that chips away at your muscle fibers day by day, meal by meal. The food I'm talking about is instant oatmeal. Yes, you heard that right. Now, before you throw away all your oats, let me explain. Regular steel-cut oats can be wonderful for you, but instant oatmeal, the kind that comes in those convenient little packets, that's a different story entirely. The processing that makes it instant also strips away much of the fiber and adds hidden sugars that spike your blood sugar levels. When your blood sugar spikes repeatedly, it triggers an inflammatory response in your body. This inflammation doesn't just affect your joints, it actually interferes with your muscles' ability to repair and strengthen themselves. It's like trying to build a house while someone keeps stealing your bricks. No wonder Dorothy's legs were getting weaker despite her best efforts. But here's the good news. Dorothy made one simple switch. She replaced her instant oatmeal with old-fashioned rolled oats, added a handful of nuts for protein, and within just 6 weeks, she noticed a difference. The hill that had been challenging her, she conquered it without stopping. The stairs in her house, no longer an obstacle, all from changing just one food. Let's talk about the second food that might be undermining your leg strength. This one's particularly sneaky because it comes disguised as a health food. It's something many seniors turn to when they're trying to eat lighter or cut calories. You might have some in your refrigerator right now. I'm talking about low-fat yogurt, specifically the flavored varieties that promise to be guilt-free or figure-friendly. Here's what the labels don't tell you. When food manufacturers remove fat, they often add sugar to make up for the lost flavor. And that added sugar, it's doing more damage to your leg strength than you could imagine. You see, your muscles need protein to stay strong, and they need healthy fats to absorb certain vitamins that are crucial for muscle function. When you choose low-fat yogurt loaded with sugar instead of full-fat plain yogurt, you're essentially trading muscle-building nutrients for muscle-weakening sugars. Let me tell you about Robert, a 69-year-old veteran who came to me frustrated and confused. He'd been eating low-fat strawberry yogurt every day for lunch, thinking he was making a smart choice. But his legs felt like jelly by mid-afternoon, and he couldn't understand why. We discovered that his healthy yogurt contained more sugar than a candy bar. When Robert switched to plain Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey and some fresh berries, the transformation was remarkable. Not only did his afternoon energy crashes disappear, but his leg strength improved dramatically. He told me, "I feel like I got my legs back from my 50th." The third food on our list hits close to home for many of us because it's something we've relied on for quick energy our entire lives. It's convenient, it's everywhere, and it's been marketed as a healthy option for decades. But this food is secretly creating a perfect storm in your body that directly attacks your leg strength. I'm talking about energy bars, those convenient little rectangles wrapped in promises of sustained energy and balanced nutrition. But here's what's really happening when you unwrap one of these bars. You're unleashing a cascade of processed ingredients that your body struggles to recognize as real food. Most energy bars are held together with corn syrup loaded with artificial proteins that your body can't properly absorb and pumped full of preservatives that create oxidative stress in your muscles. It's like feeding your car dirty fuel. Sure, it might run, but it's not running well, and eventually the engine's going to suffer. I learned this lesson the hard way through Patricia, an active 71-year-old who loved hiking. She always packed energy bars for her trails, thinking she was fueling her body properly. But she started noticing that her legs would cramp up halfway through her hikes, and her recovery time was getting longer. When we looked at the ingredients in her favorite energy bar, it read like a chemistry experiment. We replaced them with simple trail mix, almonds, walnuts, dried cranberries, and dark chocolate chips. The difference was night and day. Patricia's cramping stopped, her endurance improved, and she told me she felt stronger on the trails than she had in years. The fourth and final food might be the most surprising of all, because it's something many of us have turned to as a healthy alternative. It's in your pantry right now, and you've probably been choosing it specifically because you thought it was better for you. But this seemingly innocent substitution could be the very thing standing between you and stronger legs. I'm talking about margarine. For decades, we were told that margarine was healthier than butter, lower in saturated fat, better for our hearts, a smart choice for health-conscious seniors. But here's what they didn't tell us. Most margarines are loaded with trans fats and processed oils that create inflammation throughout your body. Remember when I mentioned that inflammation is like kryptonite to muscle strength? Well, margarine is like inflammation in a tub. Those processed oils don't just affect your heart, they interfere with your body's ability to build and maintain muscle tissue. They disrupt the cellular processes that keep your legs strong and responsive. Consider the story of James, a 75-year-old who prided himself on his daily walks. He'd been using margarine on his morning toast for 20 years, convinced he was protecting his heart. But his legs were telling a different story. They felt stiff in the mornings, weak by the afternoons, and painful by evening. When James made the simple switch back to grass-fed butter, yes, real butter, in moderation, something amazing happened. The stiffness began to ease. His legs felt more responsive. His walks became enjoyable again instead of a chore, all because he stopped consuming those inflammatory processed oils. I know what you might be thinking, but I've been eating these foods for years. Is it too late to make a change? Let me tell you something that might just give you hope. Your body has an incredible ability to heal and strengthen itself no matter your age. I've seen 80-year-olds regain leg strength they thought was gone forever. I've watched grandparents who could barely climb stairs start hiking with their grandchildren again. The key is understanding that every meal is an opportunity. Every time you eat, you're either feeding your strength or feeding your weakness. And once you start making these simple swaps, your body will respond faster than you might think. Let's talk about what you can do starting today. First, replace that instant oatmeal with steel cut or old-fashioned oats. Add some chopped nuts, a dash of cinnamon, and fresh berries. Not only will this taste better, but your muscles will thank you for the steady energy and anti-inflammatory benefits. Second, ditch the low-fat flavored yogurt for full-fat plain Greek yogurt. If you need sweetness, add a teaspoon of raw honey or maple syrup. The protein and healthy fats will support your muscle strength while keeping your blood sugar stable. Third, say goodbye to processed energy bars. Make your own trail mix with raw nuts, seeds, and a small amount of dried fruit. Or try apple slices with almond butter for a quick, muscle-friendly snack that provides real energy without the crash. Fourth, replace margarine with grass-fed butter, or even better, try avocado spread or olive oil. These healthy fats actually support muscle function and reduce inflammation throughout your body. But here's something else I want you to understand. This isn't about perfection. You don't have to throw everything out and start from scratch. Small changes lead to big results. Maybe you start with just one swap this week, then add another next week. Before you know it, you'll have transformed your diet in a way that supports strong, healthy legs for years to come. I want to share one more story with you about Ellen, an 82-year-old who thought her weak legs were just part of getting older. She made these 4 simple food swaps, and within 2 months, she was dancing at her granddaughter's wedding. Not just slow dancing. I'm talking about getting down on the dance floor with the 20-somethings. She told me with tears of joy in her eyes, "I thought those days were behind me. I can't believe how strong I feel." Your legs carry you through life. They take you to visit grandchildren, explore new places, and maintain your independence. They deserve to be nourished with foods that support their strength, not sabotage it. And now that you know which foods have been secretly working against you, you have the power to make different choices. Remember Margaret from the beginning of our conversation, the grandmother who couldn't chase her grandkids anymore? She made these 4 changes, and last month she sent me a video. In it, she's actually running through the park with her grandchildren, laughing and playing tag. The joy on her face was priceless. That could be you. Whether you want to walk without pain, climb stairs with confidence, or simply feel steady on your feet again, it all starts with what you put on your plate. Your body is waiting to get stronger. Your muscles are ready to respond. All they need is the right fuel. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these foods to swap out this week. Just one. Notice how you feel. Pay attention to your legs. I think you'll be amazed at what happens. And when you start feeling that strength returned, when you notice that spring in your step coming back, come back and let me know. Share your story in the comments below. If this information opened your eyes, please share it with someone you care about. You might just change their life. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next conversation about staying strong and healthy in your golden years. And remember, it's never too late to get stronger. Your best days aren't behind you. They're waiting for you to fuel them properly. Take care of those legs. They've carried you this far, and with the right nutrition, they'll carry you confidently into whatever adventures await. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Keep moving, keep believing, and keep beating your strength. I'll see you in the next video.